So I don't think it's any surprise to anybody that I'm like a really big Quentin Tarantino fan. Um, 100% a mark of Quentin Tarantino. Love every movie that he's made for the most part. One of the only people, I guess, in the world that love Grindhouse when him and Robert Rodriguez did it. And that thing kind of kicked off a bit of a phase in the early 2010s, like 2009, 2010, 2011. Around that time period, there's like a bunch of grindhouse style movies with like the scratches and stuff, and there was some stuff that was inspired by that, even if it didn't have the scratches on it. So, fast forwarding ahead here, when I first got me a Blu-ray player, I think it was like 2011. I think 2010, 2011. When I first got a Blu-ray player, the first movie I ever got was a Saw movie, but the second movie I actually ever got on Blu-ray was Hobo with a Shotgun, which is made by Jason Esser, however you want to pronounce that. Same guy that does Kids versus Aliens, and same guy that does the Dark Side of the Ring series. But he did a short called Hobo with a Shotgun. It was like one of the fake trailer, one, and actually was a fake trailer they got to play, I think, with some of the Grindhouse showings, because Grindhouse had some fake Grindhouse trailers, which if you didn't know, go look up Grindhouse. It's amazing. But there was like the main two everybody wants to talk about that got, I guess it's probably the only two that got spin-offs from the fake trailers, was Machete and this. So, in my opinion, this is far better than than Machete, but that's another story. Nonetheless, this old man, played by Rutger Hauer, comes to this town called basically it's called F Town. I ain't gonna say it, but it's called basically F Town, even though that ain't where it's supposed to be, or what's supposed to be called, I should say. But he gets there just in time to see a guy called the Drake kill his brother, who was played by one of the guys from it's Richie from Trailer Park Boys. And you can see how corrupt this town is from the jump. You got the Drake; he's very flamboyant. He takes violence to the next level to make sure that all the people know that what he's capable of doing. He's got two sons that kind of like they're his right hand men, so to speak, and they do terrible things too. And the police are all corrupted. It's just the town's bad. And the hobo here, he's just trying to get like $50 together to get a lawnmower, because that's going to change his life if he gets a lawnmower. I guess he's going to go around mow yards, make money, maybe still be homeless, but have enough money to buy little random things, I suppose. But he befriends a hooker, and one of the sons tries to get rough with the hooker one night, so he ends up beating up the kid, which of course unleashes the wrath of the Drake and company upon him. And he basically goes on a vigilante thing. One day he's at the pawn shop. He's going to finally get his lawnmower, and he decides to use that money to get a shotgun and clean up OF Town. So it's very violent. It's over the top. It's 100% grindhouse. It's exploitation. It's, I guess, Canadian Canuck exploitation, whatever you want to call it. But it's one of the most fun times you'll have watching a movie. And I feel like maybe we used to talk about Hobo with a Shotgun a whole lot, and maybe a lot of people love Hobo with a Shotgun. But I feel like over the last few years, we've kind of lost a little bit of touch with Hobo with a Shotgun, especially the performance from Rutger Hauer. And the girl in question, the Abby character that is a prostitute that he befriends, that helps him. The actress, I don't know her name off the top of my head, but she was a great actress in this, and I really don't know why we haven't seen more of her. And I mean, maybe she's in some of the other stuff this director's done. I don't know, because I still need to actually watch Kids versus Alien. I've seen the short versions on VHS too, but I've not watched the full version. Um, but this has got such random stuff, and it's got like it's over the top, but it's over the top in a good way. Because sometimes you're over the top and it just don't work. But this is over the top and it lands. Like it feels like a trauma movie with just a little bit more money to it, or maybe a lot more money, because the movie does look great. But people's heads are pulled off. People are blown away with shotguns. There's a couple of like demonic beings here called the Plague that goes after our hobo with a shotgun. There's like a parody of the bum fights thing that gets took care of by our hobo with a shotgun. There's a whole bunch of corrupt cops. There's one funny scene where someone's like, "Well, he's only shooting bad cops," and the guy's like, "Well, we're all bad cops." So yeah, it's humorous. It's funny. To me, it's a 4 out of 5 to me. I wish the ending was a little bit different. That's nitpicking. There was an alternate ending part that maybe should have been added on. I kind of wish we'd have got another hobo with a shotgun, but I guess maybe unless it's remade, we'll probably never get that now, obviously. But this version was the first pressing made by Magnet Releasing. Magnolia. Whatever happened to those guys? But yeah, there's that. It's loaded with extras. If you want to pause that and look. I don't think Tree Venge is on here, which is like the greatest short film ever made that this director made. I don't think it's on here, but it should be. There's a little bit of what you get there. There's the guy from Trailer Park Boys. He's only in the beginning of it, but he's advertised on the back. There's the actress in question that played the prostitute. And of course, there's our hobo with a shotgun. Collector's edition, it says. Wonderful poster. This was made by the dude. The dude Draws, I believe, was his name. I can't believe I forgot like what his alias was, but he was like the best guy for doing covers for these type of movies back in the day. I don't know if he's still doing it. I feel like these type of posters have kind of been phased out. Maybe you use art for T-shirts now. I don't know, but it feels like that at one time this art was everywhere. Like there was this, and there was Father's Day, and all those movies kind of seem to belong in the same category for the most part because it's in the same vein. Pop this old boy open, and there was your disc, and there was an advertisement for stuff that come out at the time that maybe you've seen by now. Rubber is particularly the only one off this list here that I remember offhand. But yeah, if you for some reason have never seen Hobo with a Shotgun, which I do believe come out 2011, if I've correctly named that, which I need to get a tripod so I can do this stuff better. But yeah, as I was saying though, 2011 probably maybe the best film of 2011. I have to go back and relook at it if I actually picked a list that year. I don't know if I did the list at that time or not, but if I did do one, this is somewhere near the top of the list. But yeah, classic, 100% classic. Needs to be talked about more. Needs to make more movies like this. If you've not seen Hobo with a Shotgun, please do so.